Brianna.
Hi, Ashley, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Hey, thank you so much
Is
for
it
joining me.
is it Brianna or Brianna?
Brianna.
Brianna. Okay. Just wanted to double check.
Thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. All right. So, how are you feeling about this year's fashion show? I can't believe it's been 9 years. It's so exciting.
Oh my gosh. I am so excited. And also just a ball of nerves. I mean, what people don't realize is, I get super nervous too. Not only because I'm hosting it, but it's like a nervous excitement for the designers as well. So I'm like a whole ball of energy, I guess you could say, but mostly excitement.
That's awesome. What are you looking forward to the most as far as do you have anything like that you can't quite tell us that we're going to see this year? Or is there anything that's going to be, big and surprising?
Oh yes. Oh yes. So there's always multiple surprises at our show, and it's something that you know, I I love. I love to surprise people. Um I love to to give. And so we're going to be giving a lot this year. We have a lot of prizes, so I can share that, which we've never done before. Our show is known for our swag, our gift bags. But this year, not only is everyone in the audience going to get a gift bag, but we're going to be giving away some insanely cool prizes.
Ooh,
So,
that's awesome.
oh yeah, and like some first of its kind prizes. So you're not going to want to miss our show this year. Trust me. I've been telling everyone, I'm like, this is not the show to miss. Trust me. It's not only a free event, it's something for all ages, the entire family. And you could possibly win free, really, really cool stuff. There's no reason not to come.
That's
um,
really exciting.
yeah, and then the one, of course, the surprise every year is what I'm wearing, and I also have a co-host, so Michael James Scott, what he's wearing, and I'm very excited to share that what I'm wearing is another first of its kind look. Um, you know, it, it's really a one of a kind, and I can't say never ever been done before, but I haven't seen anyone else do it. So it's definitely incorporating technology and fashion in a way that I personally haven't seen done yet.
That's so cool. And so can you tease if it's going to be like Disney 100 related or
So I can share that it's definitely inspired by Disney, and our entire show is celebrating Disney. So everything about our show this year, even including the designers' looks, are inspired by Disney. So I'm very excited about that. That is personally a dream come true of mine because I'm such a massive Disney fan.
yeah.
Um, but, under the Disney 100 umbrella, there's so much. I mean, not only is there 100 years worth of Disney, but now, it's not just Disney, it's Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, National Geographic, Fox. I mean, there's so much under that umbrella. So there's going to be no shortage of content coming out of the show.
That's exciting. So since it is the 100 year of Disney, what do you think it is that makes Disney so special and such a place that people like flock to and that it's just something that everyone is like so inspired by? What do you think what about Disney does that for everyone?
Well, I think what is unique to Disney, and also, some other um studios, or I should say properties like Disney, and there's very few of them, but you know Disney itself, you could argue, has touched almost everyone on this planet. Almost everyone is aware of who Mickey Mouse is.
Yeah.
Um, and to have that type of reach is just incredible. And most people have a story, and it's a story of how some element of Disney has brought them joy, or has brought them wonder, has brought them happiness and curiosity. And most people have a memory, whether it's, a time they visited the parks, or whether it's the fact that they grew up on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, or, whether it's a Disney movie that they shared a memory with their family. Most people have a memory tied to it, and that extends beyond, the traditional Mickey Mouse. Now that Disney encompasses so much, including Fox, including Star Wars and Marvel and Pixar and National Geographic, it even includes Star Wars. So people have memories that surround these stories and properties, and they're emotional memories. And so that's what we're celebrating. We're celebrating those we're celebrating those memories, we're celebrating those emotions, and the joy that you know Disney 100 brings, and that includes 100 years worth of memories.
That is, yes, absolutely. And do you think that that brings such inspiration for the designers too? And because I know that you said that there's going to be a lot of that design element. So was that something that you were, when you were looking at the designers to bring in, that you were like, hey, this is what we're doing, and what, or was it people approaching you saying, hey, I have this idea for this dress and this 100th year property? So how does that kind of work?
Yeah, so we kept the kind of prompt, I guess you could say, pretty broad, as we do
Okay.
every year. So in the past, the previous 8 shows, the the challenge or the prompt is that you have to design a geek couture design inspired by anything that's celebrated at Comic-Con. And we leave it pretty much at that, because we want everyone to bring their creativity to the challenge. And almost anything is celebrated at Comic-Con. I mean, we've had
Oh
everything
yeah.
from Bob's Burgers couture to Hannibal Lecter couture. I mean, it's just run the gamut. So we did that this year with 100 years of Disney, and we said you can design any geek couture design inspired by 100 years of Disney. Anything goes. And
That's fun.
so we didn't give really any other parameters than that. And yeah, I was definitely surprised by what the designers submitted. So since it's a competition, we had almost 300 designers submit designs for 25 spots.
Dang. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was really, really difficult to narrow it down. And then once we picked those 25 designers, they've worked for the past couple of months to actually make that geek couture design to bring to San Diego Comic-Con and compete in our fashion show. And then from there, we pick 2 winners. We pick a judge's winner and an audience winner. And those 2 winners go on to design a fashion collection with her universe. So it's a real professional opportunity that they win, which stays true to Comic-Con's foundation, which is, to be educational.
Mhm.
And so we try to make it a real educational experience for the designers. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see what they bring. And I was definitely surprised by what they designed this year, surprised in a great way. I mean, they
Oh yeah.
really had, going back to what I said before, they have emotional memories tied to Disney, and they brought that to their designs.
That's really cool. Do you have any, like, what ride would you want to design a dress after? I know that you guys did the
Oh,
Haunted Mansion, but what, is there any other ones that you would want to design a dress after?
oh my gosh. Well, for me personally, I'm a huge Alice in Wonderland fan.
Yeah, I can see.
So, awesome. I love meeting a fellow fan.
Yeah.
Um, I would probably do something inspired by Alice in Wonderland. And of course, I love the teacups and then the Alice in Wonderland ride at Disneyland. So that would be my top choice. But I'd also be inspired by something unique and different, maybe like the Epcot ball.
Oh,
Um,
that would be cool.
That'd be really cool. Or, like a character's costume, maybe like one of Mickey or Minnie's costumes from the park. Really go niche with it, because anything goes.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. Do you have any advice for people who want to get into the fashion industry that comes from like a fandom standpoint?
Well, fashion is so subjective, and every design is very personal to the designer, and should tell a story and should come from a place of inspiration. So using, geeky properties, using these properties that we love is 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 a part of the design process. You should be inspired by your favorite characters or your favorite stories or your favorite theme parks or your favorite rides. And you can be a bit more on the nose with the design where people know what it is, or you can be abstract and maybe only you know what it is, but it's very, very subtle. But I think whether you want to get into geek fashion or just fashion in general, I think, you really should be inspired by something. I think the best designs come from a place of inspiration, and the best designs have a story behind it. That's how I personally design. I have to have a story behind everything. And that's when I find my my best inspiration is when it starts with a story and then it goes to sketch and then it comes to life.
That's awesome. What is something that surprises you every year during the fashion show?
Ooh. I think what surprises me every year are the stories behind the designs. And I think that is goes to what I was just sharing about the inspiration behind the designs. Um, these designs are very personal. And I love hearing the designers in their video diaries talk about what their design means to them, talk about what geek couture means to them, and, just talk about, why they're a designer and how fashion speaks to them. Um, and that connects me so much more to them as a designer and also their design. So I just love the personal stories that come from the show every year, and not just the designers, but also the audience.
Yeah,
Our show is interactive. We break that fourth wall, as they say, and we talk directly to the audience. I get to know, our fans and the audience members. We go into the audience and talk to everyone. We let the audience walk the runway. So it's a very interactive experience, and to see everyone's joy and happiness and heart at the core of our show. I wouldn't even say at the core of our show it's fashion. At the core of our show is heart. And that's what I love. And I love seeing everyone's heart every year.
that's really inspiring. I think that is something that everyone definitely is drawn to, especially not just with fandom, but with the fact that it is so supportive and everyone can come together and bring that. So is that something that you'd say was your goal when you set out with Her Universe? Was that your goal to kind of bring everyone together?
Oh, absolutely. From day one, Her Universe was founded with a mission of positivity, of support, and empowerment. From the very beginning, I said Her Universe is two parts. It's a merchandise line, but more importantly, it's a community. And it's a safe space where fans can step into the spotlight and be celebrated. And that's what I always wanted. And so it's a bully-free zone. It's a place where fans can just be themselves. And it's something that we're very strict about. It's we have a no tolerance policy for bullying of any kind. It really We strive really, really hard to make it a positive and safe place, and especially one for all ages. And so that's something I'm very proud of. There's a lot of things at events and conventions and comic cons that you wouldn't necessarily bring your kids to, but that's not the case with our show. bring the kids, bring the whole family. This is something that, the young kids all the way up to grandma and grandpa, they're going to have fun. My mom and dad are coming to the fashion show for the first time this year.
Oh, how
Um, I,
exciting.
I know, I'm so excited. And my mom is actually going to walk the runway with when the audience comes up. And so it's something I'm very, very proud of. And I just can't wait for.
That's so cool. So not only is it the Disney 100th, but it's Nightmare Before Christmas's 30th. And so can you tease a little bit about what's going to be in the lobby that they're setting up, or is that all hush
Oh,
hush right now?
well, absolutely. We gave a sneak peek of the lobby activation last year at LA Comic Con. So Hot Topic is just expanding upon that, and they're bringing that experience to San Diego Comic Con, and they're turning the entire lobby into a Nightmare Before Christmas experience. And I'm so excited about that because you can start checking in early. Definitely, and you're going to want to check in early. You're going to want to show up, get your wristband, which guarantees you entrance into the fashion show, and then you can come back later. But you can also experience the lobby, and there's several hours before the fashion show starts, and so we want the fashion show to start as soon as you check in. While you're waiting to go into the ballroom, um, you know, we want you to just celebrate all that is Disney. Like I said, it's 100 years. And The Nightmare Before Christmas is such an important story and part of, the Disney legacy. And so, and one, story that's very important to Hot Topic and her universe. And let's be honest, any Disney fan.
Yep.
So we're very excited about it, and fans should definitely plan to come early, get your wristband, and experience this Nightmare Before Christmas activation.
Perfect. Well, that is all I have. So I really appreciate your time. And thank you again. I'm really looking forward to the show this year. So
Oh, thank you so much, Brianna. And your hair and your glasses are just fabulous.
thank you. I appreciate that. Awesome.
Awesome. Well, have a wonderful day.